let's look at number one. Value Grocery Mart and Market City are both having a sale on the same popular crackers. Michaela is trying to determine which sale is the better deal. Using the information given in the table and equation, here are your instructions. Determine which store has the better deal on crackers. Show all of your work. Okay. How do we do this? What is my first step? Nobody?
You guys right now use pencils. You don't have to use pens. We're not correcting. Yeah. This is actually for your work and your benefit.
How did you figure this out? Talk to me.
I made like a table, so I put the 5 on the top with and labeled it as boxes, and then I put the 8 on the bottom as costs.
Okay, so you went ahead and set up a proportion. Is that what you're talking about? 5. Okay. And then what were your units?
Cost and
so $8, which is my cost. Okay, and then 5 boxes. Okay, and then what?
I put the box there, and then I saw what 8 divided by 8 equals 1.
The mystery box?
Yes.
Okay, mystery box. Now where am I going from here?
You put the 8 in the box, and then...
Okay, how did I know I put an 8 in the box?
Because you have to try to get it to how to get the cost to $1 to find out how much is in each box.
Sweetie, I think we're trying to find out how much one box costs. Okay? So let's think about this. I like what you're doing and setting it up. I like that you're setting it up. But how might be a better way to set up? I told you that's your favorite. Talk to me right here.
So what I did was I put 5 on the bottom and 8
Yes.
on the top.
Okay, why?
Because for every box you have that much.
Yes.
5 boxes, 8 boxes.
Good. Okay, do you see why she did that? Okay, because we're going to how many boxes are we looking for?
1.
1. Okay, we're going to that unit price per 1 box. All right, so 1 box right here. Now, I like what you did with the mystery box. We still need that, right? Okay, so how did I go from 5 to 1? Divide by 5. Good, Zach. My box is a little small. Divide by 5. Okay, so I'm going to take 8, divide by 5. You need to work that out. 8 divided by 5. Uh-oh. What do I need to do? Can it go in there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. How many times?
1.
1. 3.
Bring in 0 down.
Okay, and bring it. I don't see a 0.
Put a decimal.
Ah, I need a decimal and a 0. Bring it down. And then what?
6.
What times 5 is 30? 6. So it's 16?
No, it's
No,
the point. You have to put the...
Well, how do I know where to put the decimal? Yes, Kari.
You put it right above.
Right above, guys. It goes right above. Okay.
Then you can add a 0.
And then I need to add a 0. Why?
Because you can't just do 1.
Right. It's money, right? So how much is 1 box? $1.60. Okay? $1.60. All right. I'm going to move this down. Okay. All right. I want to look up here, guys. So I'm looking at Market City. That was Value Grocery Market City. A lot of us get nervous when we see these equations. How am I going to figure this out? Yes, Chanel.
The equation is saying that 1 box costs $1.75.
Right. Because why? How do I know that?
Because it says that the cost is $1.75, and then B was the box.
Per B, and we're looking for 1 box. If I were to put 1 right here, it means multiplication. 175 times 1 is $1.75, right? Exactly. Okay, so Market City, it's $1.75 per box. This is $1.60 per box. Who has the better deal? Who, Avery? Good. Okay, Value Grocery Mart has the better deal.
If I ask by how much, you can tell me. Good job.
All right, let's look at number 2. Jill and Erica made 6 gallons of lemonade for their lemonade stand. Okay, lemonade stand. How many quarts did they make? Here's my question. How many quarts did they make? But you need to use your hint. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Okay? Now I'm going to set this up. Talk to me, Avery. I like what I just heard there. 4 quarts in 1 gallon, guys. 4 quarts in 1 gallon. Now, how many gallons did they make? 6 gallons. So they made 6 gallons. How did I go from 1 to 6? What's in my mystery box? Talk to me. Multiply by 6. Guys, when you increase, that's multiplication. When you decrease, that's division. So we went from 1 to 6. Multiply by 6. And just like Avery said, 4 times 6, that gives you what? 24 quarts. Good. Very good. Okay, so Jill and Erica made 24 quarts of lemonade. Any questions? Question, Mary?
If you just multiply 6 by 4, would you still get it right?
It is right. Do we like to see you set it up? Yes. Okay. And then what I saw a lot of students do, guys, on the quizzes, you didn't include the units. They would get the answers right. I had one student, she made a B, and she made an 80, could have made a 95, but didn't include units. So she got half off each problem. Make sure to include those units, okay? If Jill and Erica charge $4 per quart, here's my question. How much money will they make if they sell all their lemonade? Okay, so $4 per quart, okay? $4 per quart. How many quarts did they make? 24 quarts. What do I need to do? I went from 1 to 24, multiply by 24. What did we get? 96. Jill and Erica.
Wait, I still get it, right? Wait, because I made 96 off. I put 60.
Okay. You got it?
I did not read it.
Oh.
I thought it said $4. We both worked together, so I got this wrong too. Oh, see, no. I got the answer right, but I didn't get the math right. I really. She did the math a different way. And I underlined it too. Yeah, you're me doing it like
Okay, Franny took a road trip to her grandmother's house. She drove at a constant rate of 40 miles per hour for 30 hours. Okay, so she drove at 40 miles per hour for 3 hours. She took a break and then finished the rest of her trip driving at a constant rate of 50 miles per hour for only 1 hour. What was the total distance of Franny's trip? Okay, so first part of the trip, what did she drive? Talk to me. Okay, 40 miles per hour, right? And then how many hours did she drive? 3 hours. So what do we need to do, Angela? Good. So times 3. What's 40 times 3? 120. That's it? Just 100? Ah, I heard it. Good. Miles. Okay. Now the second part, 50 miles per hour for 1 hour. Do we need to do any math computation there? No, it tells us. She's going 50 miles per 1 hour. So she's got 50 miles. So is 120 my answer?
No.
What do I need to do, Mary?
You need to add 50 miles to 120 miles.
Right, because it asks for the what? Total distance, right here, my total distance. 120 plus 50, that gives me 170 miles. Okay? So, yes.
If I did them all like that without doing the way that we were taught, but I got all of them correct.
If you think about it logically, right. Yeah. Franny drove 170 miles. Okay. The next one. 100 offices need to be painted. The workers choose between yellow, blue, or beige paint. They decide that 35% of the offices will be painted yellow, 33% will be painted blue, and the remaining, how many is that?
32.
Will be painted beige. Okay, so I'm going to put a little 32 right here. Okay. So I know, guys, it tells us the percent. So what percentage is yellow?
35.
35. Okay, 35. How much is blue?
33.
33. And beige?
32.
32. Good. All right, my fraction. My fraction. Mary.
The fraction for 35 is 35 over 100 because there are 100 offices.
Good.
Color yellow.
And guys, when we hear 100, what does that clue us in on? What do we know we're going to be talking about? No? Okay. What am I going to be talking about when I heard 100 offices? 100. Decimals and percent. Good, Tyrese. Okay. Am I finished here with this fraction? No, Irene, what?
Yes.
Have to simplify it by what?
I simplified it by 5.
By 5? Okay.
And I got 7 over 5.
So that equals 7 over what? Good job. Okay, I'll wait. All right. Am I finished now?
Yes.
Yes, I'm good here. You don't, are we? All right. Well, yeah, but for this fraction. Okay. What about the next one? What's my next fraction? Talk to me right here. What's my next fraction? Yes. You got it. Say it again. Good. 33 over 100. Leah, can I simplify that, or am I solid right here? Am I good? Yes, what?
Simplify it.
Okay, by what?
But what?
By what?
Oh, 11. What?
11? 11 times what is 100?
11 times what?
I'm saying if I divide 100 by 11, I'm simplifying. What is that answer going to be? Can I simplify this?
No.
No, we're good. All right, the next one is 32 over 100. Can I simplify it by what, Irene? Divide by 4. And that gives me 8 over 25. Okay.
If we did it but we erased it, we won't get credit for it, will we?
No. All right, my decimal. What?
George, when do we bio?
About what? Oh, okay. All right, no. Guys, so you take whatever color you chose. If you didn't have a beige or whatever, you need to, if you did, awesome. Okay, and shade it the correct amount. All right?
Wait, is it fine?
It doesn't tell you to shade it, but I'm assuming. But Or did I?
No, it's not fine.
Yeah, student program marker.
What, are you gonna raise highlighter? Yeah, we can.
Is there? Okay, so we need to move on.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
they have pen erasers.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Who's next one?
Guys,
We don't have much time left.
what did I tell you?
Convert to a fraction and a percent. Show all work. So here's our task. It didn't ask a question, but we do have a task. So that's what should be boxed. Basically, all we're doing, if you can look at the next few problems, guys, we're making sure you can go from one form to both of the others for all three of these. For me, the easiest way is always going percent and decimal first, and then from percent, I can go to the fraction easily as well. Here's where your Dr. Pepper comes in. Remember the Dr. Pepper? If you want, you can even draw this on the top of your quiz. Okay? You don't have to. That's just a study help to help you remember which way you're moving. So I'm going from a decimal to a percent. So which way is my arrow going? 2 to the right. So I go 2 to the right. Empty buckets get a 0. So there's my percent. Now from the percent, it's easy to do a fraction because percent by definition is out of 100. That is the definition of percent. Remember, always simplify. The other big one I'm not seeing, guys, show your work. Tell me how you're simplifying. Okay? You need to have both in there. Okay, next one. Convert to a fraction and a decimal. Show all necessary work. Percent. Again, for me, the easy part is percent to decimal first. If I can get the percent, all the rest of them flow very easily off of percent. So going back to our Dr. Pepper, I'm in a percent. To go to a decimal, I'm going which way? Raise the arrow.
Right.
From percent to decimal, which way is my arrow? Going left. So if I don't see the decimal, it's at the end of the number. I go 2. I again have an empty bucket. So that means it's a 0.04 as a decimal. The fraction is super easy because I just write by definition. Percent is out of 100. Then I remember to simplify. What can I divide by? 4. If you see the 4, you can do it in one step. If you saw the 2, I can do it again in 2 steps. Gives me 2 over 50. Then I check and say, oh, I can divide that by 2 again. Either way, you get to the right answer, guys. You do need to stop talking. Our last one is probably the one that caused the most consternation from what I saw. And I'll be honest, this is just like the test, so you better learn how to do this. To a decimal and a percent. If I'm starting in a fraction, the easy way is to go to a decimal, because that's what we showed you how to do, right? Remember, it's just like a contest. My winner goes in the house. The winner's my top guy. He goes in the house. The loser's left out in the cold. It won't go into 7, so I have to add a decimal and a 0. That's going to go 8 times. 64 gives me a 6, still not a 0, so bring in another 0. Now it's going to go 7 times, gets me 56. I'm at a 4, still not at 0, so bring in another 0. And a 5. Now I finally made it to 0. Be careful if it says anything about rounding. You might need to round, but if it doesn't say to round, should I get rid of any numbers? No. Now that I have the decimal, the percent should be incredibly easy, because all to do to a from decimal to fraction, or percent, I'm sorry, move it over twice. Doesn't matter that there are 3 spaces.
Possibly.
No. The decimal still moves twice. So, my answers would have been 87.5% and 0.875. Questions on anything we covered on your pre-test, guys? Or your practice test? Mary? Guys, please stop.
Is it always going to be going 2 times to the right?
Always. If I'm going decimal to percent. If I'm going percent to decimal, it's always 2 times to the left. Because percent, by definition, is out of 100. Guys, let me give you a couple of tips. Because I told last period they didn't work so well. That they would work. I need to look on this. Guys.
Yes.
understand, the answers may change based on the numbers you get. So, I did change everything in this one. You're going to see new numbers here. I actually left the equation the same. Okay? No, last time it was the exact same page. Be very careful when you're reading. Be very careful when you are reading the test, guys. The units may change on the test. So you need to understand exactly how to write down what we've been showing you on these proportions. If you will do this, the test isn't hard, but the numbers don't work as nicely. I will give you that hint. Okay? The numbers on the test don't work as nicely as they do here. So if you're not setting it up correctly, you're really going to be hurting. Even if you set it up correctly, the numbers aren't the greatest, so you may make a math error, but if you've set it up properly, you're still getting most of the credit. The answer isn't worth as much as the setup is. Hint, hint. Make sure you're setting it up correctly.
Are we doing the quiz this class?
Next class. So you'll be doing this on Friday. Guys, this will be going up on YouTube tonight. I do recommend make sure you understand how to do all of these.